Уважаемый господин министр, дорогие друзья, мы рады вас приветствовать в Москве.
Your Excellency Minister, dear friends, we are glad to welcome you in Moscow.
Вы неоднократно посещали Российскую Федерацию, занимая различные посты, но в качестве министра иностранных дел это ваш первый визит.
You have repeatedly visited the Russian Federation in your different capacities, but as a foreign minister, it is your first trip to Moscow.
Как я понимаю, это один из первых ваших визитов в новом качестве, и мы видим в вашем решении приехать в Москву особое значение, которое Намибия придает развитию партнерства с Российской Федерацией. Могу вас заверить, что это взаимно.
As far as I know, it is one of your first trips, foreign trips in your new capacity, and we consider your decision to visit Moscow as one of your first countries as a particular sign, a particular importance that you attribute to the development of the relations between Namibia and the Russian Federation. And let me assure you that it is reciprocal.
У вас насыщенная программа, в том числе предстоит заседание межправительственной комиссии по торгово-экономическому сотрудничеству, которое вы проведете вместе с нашим сопредседателем, вице-премьером Юрием Трутневым.
You have a tight schedule. You'll have an intergovernmental commission on trade and economic cooperation that from our part is co-chaired by Vice Prime Minister Mr. Trutnev.
Ваша предшественница, госпожа министр Нетумба Нандин-Дайтова, сейчас стала вице-президентом. Я просил бы, когда вы вернетесь, передать ей от нас самые теплые пожелания новых успехов.
Your predecessor, Your Excellency Madam Netumbo Nandin-Ndaitwa, is now in the capacity of Vice President, and I would like to ask you, once you are back home, to convey to her my best wishes of success.
21 марта Намибия отмечала День независимости. Президент Путин направил поздравления президенту Мбумбе, и я хотел бы к этим словам приветствия и пожелания новых успехов вашему государству и вашему народу присоединиться.
On the 21st of March, your country celebrated the Day of Independence, and President Putin sent a message to President Mbumba, and I would like to join these words of congratulation, and I would like to wish your country and your people all success.
Мы также искренне признательны за слова соболезнования, которые президент Мбумба передал в связи с жутким терактом в Крокус-Сити-Холле 22 марта, и мы ценим такой подход наших друзей.
I would like to thank you for your words of condolences that were conveyed by President Mbumba with regards to the terrible terrorist attacks that occurred on the 22nd of March. We value this attitude on your part.
И также хотел бы поблагодарить вас лично за то сочувствие и поддержку, которое вы только что выразили, оставив запись в книге соболезнований, открытой в нашем министерстве.
And in particular, I would like to thank you personally for your support and your sympathy, as you have just left a note in the book of Condolences in the Ministry.
Дружеские чувства, которые существуют между нашими народами, они являются очень прочным фундаментом развития отношений во всех областях, и рассчитываю, что сегодня мы с вами посмотрим, какие дополнительные действия можно принять по линии внешнеполитических ведомств для их дальнейшего развития.
We value the friendly feelings that have established themselves between our peoples, and we believe it is a solid foundation for further development of our cooperation in different areas. I hope that today we'll have a chance to look into the further opportunities that we can take as heads of foreign ministries in order to advance this cooperation.
Welcome once again.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. First, I would like to thank you for the hospitality extended to me and my delegation since our arrival here.
Спасибо, Ваше Превосходительство. Хотел бы поблагодарить в первую очередь за гостеприимство, оказанное мне и моей делегации.
At the very beginning, I would like to introduce my delegation to you. On my right is Ambassador Clemens Kashupulwa, the Namibian ambassador to the Russian Federation.
Для начала хотел бы познакомить вас с членами моей делегации. Справа от меня Клеменс Хандукими Кашупова, чрезвычайный посол Республики Намибия в Российской Федерации.
Then, okay. Then, on the left of my interpreter here is Ambassador Sabine Bolke, is the head of the Department of Bilateral Relations and Cooperation in the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation. She previously served as Namibia's ambassador to Switzerland in Geneva. Then we have Ms. Mweneni Shweda, is the first secretary at the Namibian embassy here in Moscow. And Ms. Hungileni Shitondo is my personal assistant, and Mr. Valombola Kalomo is the desk officer responsible for Russia in the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation. Yeah, as you said, it is my greatest honor and pleasure to come here to Moscow in my capacity as the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation. Although I have previously been to Russia, as you said, first as Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs when I attended the World Festival of Youth and Students in 2017, and for the second time as Minister of Urban and Rural Development when I attended the Russia-Africa Summit in 2019, and also as Minister of Information and Communication Technology when I attended the Russia-Africa Summit here last year. So I bring you warm greetings from our President, President Nangolo Mbumba, and from the government and the people of Namibia. As you know, we have a number of Namibian professionals, medical doctors, engineers, and veterinarians who have done their studies here in Russia over the last years. At this time, I would also like to convey our warmest congratulations to President Putin for a well-deserved victory in the recent presidential elections that were held from the 15th to the 17th of March. It is a testimony of the confidence, love, and support that he enjoys among the people of the Russian Federation, despite the challenge that Russia is undergoing as a result of the sanctions imposed by the West. So my country enjoys good relations with your country, not only in a post-independent Namibia, but also during our days of the struggle for Namibian independence. the days of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union goes down in our history as a country with the highest support to our liberation movement, in support, in respect of the military training and equipment and other forms of training that it provided to Namibia. So it came out as supporter number one for the Namibians' cause of independence. So the bilateral relations that we have today are therefore built on that strong bond of historic relations between our two countries. It is for these reasons that we have the Intergovernmental Commission on Trade and Economic Cooperation, which I will be attending tomorrow